Hey, what up? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Korg Monotron Delay. This is a analog mono synth. We also have an analog filter here with a cutoff control and an analog delay. Reason why I think this piece of gear is super cool. It's $43 on Amazon. And you can run your own external audio sources through this auxiliary line here. You can see we also have our headphone out. It's battery powered, 2 AA batteries, I believe. So it is a synth. I don't use it, as a synth that much, but just to give you a quick taste of what that sounds like. It is a touch strip controlled synth. So if we turn a cutoff up here, so not the most accurate way to play a synth. You can use it. But we have also an LFO here with 2 LFO shapes. This LFO is attached to the pitch. So we have an intensity knob. And we have the rate of the LFO. So if I hold this down, so you've got a sawtooth shape, and then you also have a pulse shape. So that's the synth, but the greatest part about this is the filter, which is the same filter from the MS-20, Korg MS-20 synth. And then we have our analog delay. Now, if you want a clean, nice sounding delay, this is not the delay to use. It's super noisy. There's tons of line noise. In fact, you can probably hear it in the background here. But neat part about this is you don't even have to run sound through it. You can get some, interesting noises out of this by just taking the feedback knob and turning that all the way up and then playing with the time. And one of the cool things is the filter is both before and after the delay. So if you get some sort of, pattern going or delay tail, and you throw the cutoff on there, that will then enter the delay loop. So you can get some really interesting sounds, for sound design, kind of texture stuff. Just playing around with this filter. Fun to kind of sit here and mess around with it. So if it was just that by itself, I would say it'd still be worth $43. But the fact that you can, run other sounds through it opens things up quite a bit. So in a second here, I am going to run my OP1 through here, show you some different examples of the sounds you can get. And we'll do that in a second. All right, so we got the OP1 running through the Monotron. Give you a quick idea of what this sounds like unaffected, or with none of the delay on, and the cutoff all the way up. So we got kind of a bass tone going through here. So I think the filter sounds best when it's at 12 o'clock or below. So we're going to throw it somewhere around there. And then let's turn our feedback. See, very quickly this thing can get crazy, so I'm going to turn it up halfway in the feedback, all the way up on the time. So bass tones sound really good through here. Chords, not so much. You know, depends on what kind of sound you're using. But just to give you a quick idea of how chords would sound. Got a piano. Actually, let's choose something else. Something a little simpler. So this is how this sounds without. So stuff like chords, it's really going to overload the filter and the delay, and then it makes it hard to hear, you know, what's going on. You know, unless you're doing stuff like running the delay and then maybe like bringing chords in like this. Even then, you know, I think it's too much going on. It gets kind of like garbled and muddy. So I think sticking with, you know, monophonic sounds, lead sounds, a little bit better. Let's maybe grab something with a short attack. You know, stuff with like transients works really well, which is why I think drums sound the best on it. But let's maybe just run some chords through the arpeggiator. You can tame that noise with the cutoff, but you know, then you lose a lot of the sound. Come up an octave. So, you know, it's possible to use this, you know, in a melodic musical way, but I think for drums it's great, and also, you know, just these noises you can get from it. But anyways, I hope that was informative. If you've never heard of this and, you know, maybe you saw this, hope it gives you a good idea of, you know, whether or not you think it's worth the $43 or whatever it is. And, you know, if you're on the fence about buying something like this, I would say just go for it. You know, $43 is not a lot when it comes to music equipment. You could probably get it for cheaper. So thanks for watching, and see you around.